Good morning, my dear. Now, in this video, we'll discuss about the refining of metal. Metals produced by various reduction process are not pure. They contain impurities which must be removed to obtain pure metals. The most widely used method for refining of impure metal is of electrolytic refining. Now, electrolytic refining. Copper, zinc, nickel, tin, silver, gold are refined electrolytically. In this process, the impure metal is taken as an anode. A thin strip of the pure metal is taken as a cathode. A solution of the metal salt is used as an electrolyte. After then, on passing the current through the electrolyte, the pure metal from the anode dissolves into the electrolyte, and equivalent amount of pure metal from the electrolyte is deposited at the cathode. The soluble impurities goes into the solution, whereas insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of the anode, and which is called as a anode mud. Here is the anode mud, and this is anode. Anode means the electrode which is joined with the positive charge of the battery, that is called as anode, whereas cathode means the electrode which is joined with the negative charge of the battery is called as a cathode. So the cell which we are using is electrolytic cell. The symbol of cathode and anode will be differ based on the types of the cell. We have two types of cell. One is electrochemical cell. In case of electrochemical cell, anode become negative and cathode become positive. Whereas in case of electrolytic cell, anode become positive and cathode become negative, opposite. So like this. Now let us see your textual question. Define the following term. Minerals. Minerals are the early substance from which a metal can be extracted in large scales. Ore is the minerals found from the earth crust from which we can extract an elements or a compound economically in the large scale. Gangue is the impurities present in an ore or minerals. So name the two metals which are found in nature as a free state: gold and silver. What chemical process is used to obtain metal from each oxide? So we use reduction. Reductions, as I have already told that, there are two types of reduction. One is chemical reduction, another one is electrolytic reductions. So this is what about the metallurgic refining. Now let us discuss about the corrosion. Now corrosion means slow eating of a metal is called as a corrosion. For corrosion, we require water and oxygen. We require water and the oxygen. If any process which can block the matter from these two components, that is water and the oxygen, then it can prevent the corrosions. Suppose, let us take one experiment for that. Let us put iron nail in three different vessels. First one is iron with water, and some space is there where air is there. And then in the second one, let us put some water and oil and air. That means the iron nail is completely deposited in water. And third one is, let us put some anhydrous calcium chloride in a beaker containing your iron nail and keep for about 1 day. After then, let us observe the test tube which contain anhydrous calcium chloride does not rust, whereas rusting is less in case of these layers of oil is there. But if air and water is present, that is in A, rusting is more. This shows that rusting is due to the reaction of metal with air and water. So, as we have already discussed, rusting can be prevented by painting, oiling, greasing, galvanizing, chrome plating, anodizing, or making alloy. Galvanization is a method of protecting steel and iron from rust by coating them with a thin layer of zinc. Zinc article is protected against rusting even if zinc coating is broken. Now, that means if we have done galvanization, zinc react with the air and water vapors to form zinc oxide. Once zinc oxide is formed, then no more further corrosion take place. Thereby, the article become prevented by galvanization. Alloying is the good method for improving the properties of the metal, as alloying can prevent the corrosion of the metal. If we form the alloy, then in the surface least number of the metals are present, thereby it can prevent corrosions. For example, iron is most widely used metals, but it is never used in its pure state. This is because pure iron is very soft, scratches easily when hot, but it is mixed with a small amount of carbon, it becomes hard and strong. Iron is mixed with nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel, which is hard and does not rust. If iron is mixed with some other substances, its properties changes. The properties of a metal can be changed if it is mixed with some other substances. The substance added may be metal or may be non-metal. So, an alloy is an homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a metal and non-metals. It is prepared by first melting the primary metal and then dissolving the other elements in the definite proportions. Then we get the solution. After that, the solution becomes cooled at room temperature, then we get alloy. Pure gold, known as 24 karat gold, is very soft. So to make jewelry, we need to make the gold become hard. For hardening the gold, we added silver or coppers. Generally, 22 karat gold is used for making ornaments. It means 22 part of the pure gold alloy with 2 part of either copper or silver. If one of the metal is mercury, then the alloy is called as an amalgam. Electrical conductivity and melting point of an alloy is less than that of the pure metal. Brass, an alloy of copper and zinc. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Are not good conductor of electricity, whereas copper is used for making electrical circuit soldiers. An alloy of lead and tin. Solder is the alloy of lead and tin, which has a low melting point and is used for welding electrical wires together. Now, this is the end of your chapter. Thank you.